Hey, Nac here. Welcome to my trading world. For weeks, I've been running a live trading algorithm 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and nobody knew. No posts, no previews, no teaser clips, just code running silently on a cloud server while the market opened and closed without me lifting a finger. Here's what I can tell you right now. At this exact moment, that algorithm has scanned over 500 stocks and 8 Forex pairs, and it did it again 2 minutes ago, and it'll do it again in 2 more minutes. That's not a feature. That's the baseline. And today I'm showing you everything. Here's the question I want you to sit with. If you built a machine that scanned 500 stocks every hour and 8 currency pairs every 2 minutes, how would you trust it? How would you know when to listen to it and when to override it? Because that tension is real. I feel it every single day. I built this thing. I wrote every line of it, and there are still moments where it fires a signal, and I think, wait, really? That one? And the answer isn't always what I expect. I'll show you the exact rule that makes or breaks every signal it generates. But first, let me show you what this thing actually is. So here's the mystery I'm going to answer by the end of this video. Out of 500 stocks scanned in a single cycle, how many actually make it through to a trade signal? You'd think it's a lot. You'd think a machine running that fast, scanning that wide, would fire constantly. But it doesn't. The filters are brutal, and I designed them that way on purpose. Because the problem was never finding signals. The problem was finding the right ones. I'll give you the exact number before this video ends. And honestly, it surprised me too when I first saw it running live. Let me walk you through what this thing actually is at the infrastructure level, because it matters. NAC runs on Railway, a cloud platform, in Python 3.11. It never sleeps, it never closes. When the US stock market opens, Alpaca's paper trading API is live. When the Forex market is running, Oanda's practice environment is active. 2 markets, 2 APIs, 1 algorithm managing both simultaneously. The starting paper balance right now sits at approximately $98,500. That's the sandbox. That's where every signal gets tested before a single real dollar moves. And right now, we are fully in that sandbox. No real money, full transparency. Now let's talk signals, because this is where the algorithm actually thinks. Every stock in my universe gets assigned a momentum score, 0 to 100. That number is a composite. It pulls from RSI at the 14-period setting, EMA crossovers across 4 time frames, 9, 21, 50, and 200, and raw price momentum over the look-back window. But momentum alone isn't enough. I learned that fast. A stock can have a perfect momentum score and still be a bad trade. So the second gate, volume. The signal doesn't qualify unless current volume is at least 1.5 times the average. That surge tells me someone else already knows something, and I want in. Forex works differently, and that's intentional. I'm watching 8 pairs, EUR, USD, GBP, USD, USD, JPY, AUD, USD, USD, CAD, NZD, USD, ER, GBP, and USD, CHF. Stocks scan every hour. Forex scans every 2 minutes. Currency markets move fast, and they move in patterns. So the scan cycle has to match the pace of the opportunity. The same signal logic applies: momentum score, volume confirmation, RSI, EMA alignment. But the parameters are tuned separately for each asset class. What works on a US equity doesn't translate directly to a currency pair. These are different animals, so I treat them that way. Risk management is where most algorithms fail quietly. They take too much risk on a single trade, have one bad week, and the whole thing unravels. I built this to survive. Max risk per trade is 2% of total account value. Hard cap, no exceptions. Position sizes aren't fixed though. I use a dynamic Kelly fraction approach, which scales the size based on the strength of the signal. Better signal, slightly larger position. Weaker signal, smaller. Stop losses aren't guesswork either. They're calculated using ATR, average true range, so the stop adapts to how volatile that specific instrument actually is on that specific day. The market sets the volatility. My algorithm sets the exit. Here's the architecture reveal, and this is the part I want you to actually feel. Every 2 minutes, NAC wakes up and runs the 4x scan cycle across all 8 pairs. It pulls live data, calculates momentum scores, checks volume, reads RSI, checks EMA alignment across all 4 periods. Every hour, the same cycle fires for 500 plus stocks on the US equity side. 2 separate loops, one continuous process, running simultaneously, never pausing. When both a volume surge and momentum score above a set threshold align on the same instrument at the same time, that's when a signal qualifies. That's the handshake. And the algorithm has been shaking hands quietly, alone, for weeks now. Now, back to that question I planted at the start. 500 stocks per scan cycle. How many make it through? The answer is almost nothing. On a typical scan, fewer than 5 instruments clear all 3 gates: the momentum threshold, the volume surge confirmation, and the EMA alignment check. Sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's 0. That's not a bug. That's the point. The algorithm isn't trying to trade constantly, it's trying to trade correctly. And right now, with 0 real money on the line, that discipline is being stress tested every single session. The machine is learning what patience actually costs and what impatience costs more. And here's what I track in real time, because an algorithm that doesn't watch itself is just gambling with extra steps. NAC monitors its own performance metrics continuously: Sharpe ratio, max drawdown, win rate, and profit factor. Right now in paper trading, those numbers are building their baseline. There's no dramatic figure to share yet, and I'm not going to invent one. What I can tell you is that the infrastructure for tracking every single trade, every signal score, every entry and exit reason is fully live. When real results start coming in, you'll see them exactly as they are. No smoothing, no cherry picking, everything. Here's the one thing I know now that I didn't know before I built this. Speed is not the advantage. I thought it was. I thought scanning 500 stocks every hour gave me an edge over anyone who did it manually. And technically it does. But that's not where the real edge lives. The real edge is in the filter. Anyone can scan fast. Not everyone is willing to let 98% of signals go. That discipline, building a system that says no far more than it says yes, that's the hardest thing I've coded. Not technically, emotionally. Because every rejected signal feels like a missed opportunity. But I've learned, the misses you prevent matter more than the trades you make. That's what NAC is. That's everything I've been building in silence. And this is just episode 1. Next week, the first paper trade results go live. Real signal scores, real entries, real outcomes. I'm not going to promise they're good. I'm going to promise they're honest. Subscribe to NacArtha. I trade every day. You should know what I know. Follow the algorithm. See you tomorrow.